entered into a breaking news situation here because we have gotten almost 2.5 inches of rain in less than an hour, and that is obviously wreaking havoc on our places here in the Midlands that tend to flood. We just looked at the Rocky Branch Creek area down by Granby Mills and Olympia Mills, where a lot of college kids live, Darcy. It is a high trafficked area. It is right in front of Greek Village as well, and it is a mess. We saw a Mustang completely underwater.
Yeah, as we mentioned just a few minutes ago, we don't have control over this camera, so we are at the mercy of whoever is operating it, but we know for a fact that this area floods frequently, and so we've seen time after time after time firefighters, first responders, rescuers having to go in there and rescue people who have thought that it was safe to drive through the flooded water. But what we do know is that there is no amount of water that is safe for you to drive through. The saying
it's not
is
worth it.
And the saying is very simple: turn around, don't drown. So you can see that concentrated area of strong storms from Camden all the way through Columbia. And then this is the Mustang that we have been watching over the last 4 minutes, Andrea, and the water continues to rise.
Go up. And if you see, once again, the windshield wipers are still on and the lights are still on. Now, not too long ago, we saw the door of the passenger side open, so 1 to 2 people in that car, and this is another area. Oh, good. You can tell that police have come, or somebody has come, because they put out a traffic barrier there. You see that, Darce?
Yeah.
That is definitely maybe either an off-duty officer who is in a vest directing traffic in that area, or maybe just a good Samaritan put up the barrier there, not letting people go through that area.
We know there's a flash flood warning that includes parts of Columbia and West Columbia and Casey in place until 7 o'clock tonight. So the rain is not over, and more importantly, the problems that the rain is causing are far from over at this point. This again, flooding in Whaley's Mill, flooding along Millwood and Divine Street.
That's what, I wanted to mention. Our producer Eric said that there's an issue at Divine and Millwood. That is right next to Dreher High School, right across the street from a church, St. Joseph's. I've actually had to turn around in that intersection before because it does tend to flood and can be very bad. You see, okay, look, when that car just went through that intersection, that we're literally looking at Dreher High School. I know exactly where this is. This is in the that shot was from, that's Shandon Methodist, and this is shot at the parking lot of the new gas station right there. That water was halfway up the tire in that intersection. So it is your choice, obviously, but we always recommend in these situations, if you see any type of standing water, do not drive through it. It is not worth it for your safety or even for the safety of your vehicle and those expensive repairs that it could cause.
Here's the other thing that we notice a lot of times when there's flooding situations, and we can go back to the Granby Mill photo before or the live picture before we go to Efren. A lot of times you'll see people wading through this water. This water is toxic.
Disgusting.
It is toxic. It is full of
Feces?
Yes, I was going to say
chemicals?
sewage and chemicals. There's animal waste. This is not something that you want to play around in. Even when the first responders go to rescue people out of this water, they're wearing special equipment. So this is not something to play around with, whether you're in your car or on foot. Again, this live camera we have no control over, but our chief meteorologist, Efren